your children safe and happy this summer. And it's in our parenting segment.
Dr. Cosgrove from Western New York Immediate Care is here to tell us about preventing injuries this summer. So as months are getting warmer, what can parents do to protect their children from potential injury?
Well, Ellie, one of the most important things to do is actually supervise your kids and watch them closely. Letting your kids play outside is an important part of their growth and development, but if they're not properly supervised, there is the potential for injury.
So if your child is injured, heaven forbid, when should you take them to a professional?
I like to tell parents that if it occurs to them that they should have their child evaluated. If your child gets up, starts running around, starts playing normally again, they're probably all right. But if they're not doing that, not using that extremity that's been injured, for instance, then they probably really do need to have an x-ray and have it evaluated by a professional.
What about something like a concussion?
If your child's been knocked unconscious after hitting their head, if they're acting inappropriately, if they're nauseous or vomiting, then you really need to consider having them seen and evaluated by a professional. But if they hit their head, and again, after the tears and so forth, they seem to be acting okay, then probably it's okay to just monitor them.
Now, what can you as a parent do before taking your child to the doctor? Is there any prep or anything that you should avoid doing?
Well, depending on what happens in terms of a physical injury, if your child has a laceration or a cut, you're not sure, clean it with some soap and water, avoid peroxide. It really doesn't help the wound at all. It only is painful, frankly, and just bandage it, apply pressure if there's bleeding, and have it come in and have it looked at. If you have a situation where one of your kids is hurt, say falling off a swing set, you're not sure if they have a broken bone, wrap it in a towel. It acts as a good splint. It will stabilize the joint or the bone that's been injured, and give them some Tylenol or ibuprofen and bring them in to be seen.
So what are some common pediatric health hazards that you as a parent can be on the lookout for?
Well, the most common health hazard for children really is physical trauma. Generally, children are most at risk of injury due to their behavior and the things that they're involved in. I would also offer as a bit of advice, if you're not sure, please call 911. Let a professional come and evaluate your child. In the situation of serious trauma, falling from a height, or head injury, there's also the possibility of neck injuries, and you should not be transporting your child or putting them in a situation where further injury could occur as a result of the initial injury. So if you're not sure, please call a professional, call 911. The paramedics are more than more than capable of coming and seeing the child, making a decision about what to do, and getting them to the right kind of care.
Good advice. Thank you very much, Dr. Cosgrove, and I hope everyone has a very safe summer.